Kevin Burgess, and I am the Civic Engagement Manager with Children First Action Fund. And I'm here today to talk about one of our keystone programs, which is Child Care Voter. And so I have some slides that I'm going to be quickly moving through. So let me share those. Okay, great. Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm Kevin, the Civic Engagement Manager with Children First and Children First Action Fund and Child Care Voter. So, what is Child Care Voter? So, we work to elect leaders who will invest in early learning, and we work to empower providers and parents and educators to advocate for high quality, affordable childcare. So we work to make childcare and early learning election issues and elect leaders who will invest in both. And so, how do we do that? A couple of different ways. We have been building a community of childcare voters since 2020. We survey candidates for office in the even year election cycles. And so we always survey candidates for the state legislature as well as the federal legislature. And so, in addition to that, we engage, educate, and register voters. And we also share advocacy opportunities. And so, really quick, just a really brief story. So, this past March, there was a special election to fill a House and a Senate seat in the Pennsylvania legislature. And so, we surveyed all of the candidates for office, and one candidate in the Senate race gave particularly strong answers. He signed the Child Care Voter Pledge. And so we communicated with thousands of voters in that district and let them know where the candidates stood on the issues. And at the end of the day, Senator Malone was elected with like 400 and some votes. And so, not saying we can claim that, but every little bit does make a difference. And so now that I've kind of talked a little bit about the background of Child Care Voter, I want to share some advocacy opportunities for y'all. So we have been really active in advocating against the proposed cuts to Head Start. And while some of those cuts have not made it into the final budget proposals, we're still trying to get as many folks as possible to take action. And so if you have not taken action for Head Start yet, I'm sure everyone on here has. We have an action linked here. And I will also note these slides are linked online in the Whova app. So you can always find that there. And also really want to quickly touch on our state action. Right now, this week, the legislature is debating investing $55 million for workforce recruitment and retention bonuses. And we're so close for childcare providers. And we're so close to getting this across the finish line. And so if you have not taken action for that yet, you can also contact your state legislators at that link. While we're here, also want to remind everybody of the November 5th general election this year. It's the off year, but judicial candidates, school board, and municipal elections are on the ballot. And so here are some important deadlines. And if you have not registered to vote yet, or you've moved and want to update that, going to vote.pa.gov is the easiest way to register and update your registration. We're also encouraging folks to check out Vote 411. That is run by the League of Women Voters, who do such an incredible job of surveying candidates up and down the ballot. And so you can go there and find where your candidates stand. So I'm keeping mindful of the time. I want to just quickly go over some of the ways that Child Care Voter engages parents and providers, and ways that providers can engage parents. So one easy way would be to join the Child Care Voter community. We have a presence on social media. And we also have a closed Facebook group with a few thousand folks in it. And so that's a great place to go to both share resources and stay up to date about what is going on in the childcare sphere. And so we also encourage you to post childcare voter resources at your center. So we put together nonpartisan educational materials. So candidates know what, so parents, excuse me, know what's on the ballot and how early learning and childcare will be impacted. And so we also help centers register parents to vote. And that's, as simple as we have some posters with our branding and QR codes that will take you to the voter registration page. And I'd also encourage everybody here to engage with parents about why voting matters and how childcare and early learning is impacted by who we elect. Sometimes it can be hard for folks to see that connection, but as providers occupy a really a special and like trusted role in these parents' lives. You can be a really great resource for nonpartisan information. And last but not least, another great way to engage parents is to have the child care voter van visit your center. And so with our van, we visit centers across the Commonwealth and engage parents with information and giveaways. Like we have a lot of t-shirts. Some of y'all might have them. You might have seen our buttons around. And so at a van visit, we come to your center. We typically set up a little table as is displayed there, and we'll have QR codes to help folks register to vote or take a specific advocacy action. And we're also, passing out information about elections, making sure they're up to date on deadlines. And in the even years, when we've surveyed the candidates, we are giving out information about where those candidates stand. And so we also have a voting exercise that we do with the kids that they really love, where we teach them about voting in an age-appropriate way. We read from a picture book, they vote for their favorite snack, using little ballots, and then they get their snack. And it was so cute. We did one of these last week, and as the parent was coming for pickup, the kid said, "Mom, I learned how to vote today." And that's just, nothing's better than that. And so if you are interested in having the child care voter van visit your center, there is a link here, or you can scan that QR code. And again, this is posted online, so you can get those resources there.
I
And
love all those photos. It's like, where's Waldo with Kevin?
yes, and no, and exactly, that's actually something we're starting. Like, where's the van?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, thank you. And, last, I just want to plug our social medias. You can find us at our new Facebook page, facebook.com/childcarevoter. This is a public page, so we're still growing the likes. But this allows us to better engage with folks that might not be a part of that closed group. And so we also have our closed Facebook group, which is really great for conversations and something you might not, if you wanted to share something that you didn't want everybody to see. And last but not least, we are also on Instagram, and we should be getting a TikTok account soon. So be on the lookout for that. And here's my contact info. Feel free to shoot me an email or give me a call. And yeah, we'd love to come out to your center or help you get involved.